If you want to know about strength, you just gotta get to it. We fighting fools are all getting to it on the streets. Street Fighter 6.
Yo, what is up, guys? It is Nacho here, and today we're back with another How to Beat video. Sorry for my absence. I've been very sick, and I've just been going on with some emotional stuff in my life, so I'm sorry about all that. I haven't made a video. I have not covered Season 3 of multiple fighting game news, which I'm sorry about. I am excited for stuff, so don't worry. Like, this is a fighting game primarily channel, so yeah. Talking about Season 3 here for just How to Beat videos. This shouldn't affect really relatively that much because no one got like a new move or anything like that. They just got more routes and a bit more setups relatively. That's kind of pretty much it. Like, some frame data stuff changes, but that's kind of just how fighting games work for seasons or stuff like that relatively, so nothing too crazy. The only changes that are like huge is that throw loops, for example, they're a bit harder for certain characters. They didn't outright take them because they could have, but they missed a bit mark, so that's relatively when it comes to that. Also, there is the big parry change. As you see, there's the just parry. That's what I'll call that because I'm not sure the proper name for it, so you're just gonna be here to call it just parry. And you still have the perfect parry, but you have to aim in the right direction to get the perfect parry. So that's how it works, and it looks like, you know, the exact same thing, which is the time stop like that. So yeah, so there's the just parry, which doesn't freeze time, regular parry, and then there is the perfect parry, which slows down time. So that's really the changes. Now, talking about Akuma, because it's Akuma video, how to beat Akuma. Akuma is a Shoto character, and by the way, most of the changes don't affect the characters like that much, so the How to Beat video should be still fine relatively, just that they have a bit more newer stuff when it comes to frame data and a few more setups and combos. That's it. But anyways, Akuma, Shoto essentially. So he'll have a fireball, he'll have an uppercut, he'll have a Tatsu that goes to projectiles. You know the deal for Shoto relatively. Well, this does this scope through projectiles? Am I tripping? No, it does. I was gonna say it doesn't have the color property. What the freak? It doesn't have the color properties. But yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what that was. But yeah. So you know what the Shoto does, but he's a bit more extra to it because he's more of an aggressive character. He's trying to get in your face, trying to mix you up with the demon flip, or what is it called, demon raid now. So that's what type of character Akuma is. He's an aggressive type of guy. He hits really hard. If you let him do stuff, he will be very plus on the situations and try to abuse you, so just be careful on that. So very aggressive character, and he's just a Shoto with it, so yeah. Hold up, it's Nacho from the future. Before we begin with the learning Akuma stuff, I wanted to mention a few things. First of all, that because I didn't mention in the video, that Akuma actually has very low health. I forgot to mention that. Like literally every game that he's in, he has low health because he does a lot of stuff. He's crazy. So he does have low health. Just wanted to mention that. And also, in Season 3, a lot of his safe jumps got nerfed, so he can't do them anymore. So I just wanted to mention that, and some other corner stuff, but mainly the safe jumps. But he's still relatively good. It's just that, you know, a lot of his really strong options got nerfed, so he's kind of getting chopped in half. So he's still going to be very strong, most likely, but less likely picked. But I just thought I should mention this before we continue, that he does have low health, which I think is the most important thing. And yeah, you're going to see the safe jump options because the first thing. But anyways, resuming the video. So the first thing we're going to be talking about here is going to be his safe jump options, because I feel as if that's very important for people to know. So his safe jump options. First, we have this one. I think I only know 2 of them. There's probably more than that, but these are the ones I just know, so you can know what to do about them. So there's this one. What do you do about this one? Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. Ignore that one entirely. I'm sorry, I made all these before all this. This is the safe jump option right here. And this is a safe jump, you know why? Because it's the 5 framer uppercut, so that means you can't really do anything else. The 4 framer, obviously you're going to get clashed because that's that, so this is a safe jump indeed. So what do you do about a safe jump like this? It's really simple. All you got to do is parry. Best option you can do. But you can go even further than beyond. You can do a just parry, which it's still going to be the same frame data wise, so I don't know what the point of this relatively is. You wanted to probably do, obviously, the perfect parry because you'll be in a situation where you're plus and he's negative. As you see there, I'm +2, he's -2, so that's a better situation altogether. Because I think it'll be -11, and he'll be +11, I believe. Yeah, and that's the same for parry and just parry. But if it's perfect parry, it'll be +2. So that's the best thing you can do about the situation, is aim for that. And to get a perfect parry, you have to aim in the right direction. So if he did a low attack, you'll do down back and then parry. And if he does a attack that's either in the air or on the, like, you know, a frontal mid, like what is it, mid, I guess, or high attack, then you just block back. So for the perfect parry. So for aerials, it'll always be hold back for the air. So don't worry about that. That's how you get that one. So do not do down back block, because you will not get the perfect parry from my understanding. Or, hold on, let me proof check that real quick. There you go. Yeah, it doesn't work, so you have to hold back. His next one is going to be I think it's this one. This is the next other safe jump option. Yep, that's a safe jump option. So what do you do about this? Obviously, DP ain't gonna work or anything like that. Don't drive impact, none of that. So you want to go for the perfect parry again, and then you will be exactly. Ooh, dang! I messed myself up with my words and focusing on this. You'll be +2, essentially. Same situation. So yeah, so that means, you know, you can either try to throw him, he'll try to grab you, push back, you'll be in neutral, or you can backdash, press a button. It's up to you, whatever you want to do. So yeah, that's what you do about that. Alright, so the next thing I actually want to talk about here is actually going to be a move that Akuma has that is very powerful if you just let it rock, which is his heavy kick. Why? Because if you block it, he'll be +3, and if he does this one, which is a very common one, he'll be +7, so that's really, really scary. So what do you do about this? Well, it's really simple. You do a crouch block, because the second hit is duckable. And when that happens, you can hit him with any 9-frame and below attack, I believe. So this is Luke's 9-framer, so you can prove it. Bam, punish. So any 9-framer below will work, and you can do some serious damage. You can't do a 10-framer from my understanding. This is Luke's 10-framer. Oh no, you can. Oh, never mind. Oh, I'm tripping. You can do a 10-framer and below. I'm sorry. Dang, let me try my luck then. It's another frame from Luke. Come on. I'm just joking, but pretty much everything to 10, but 10 is gonna be a bit more harder to land if you're like that. You're like that, I guess. But yeah, I would just go for a crouching heavy punch or whatever you have that links, and then you can punish him essentially. But yeah, just do a crouch block. If you do a regular block, you can't crouch down anymore because you lost that privilege. So just do a crouching block, and then you can deal with that situation. And this works even for the drive rush version. So fear not, you have options. Wait, does that change that? Oh no, it does change that a bit. So can I not do? No, I can do a 9-framer. You just can't do a 10-framer? Oh yeah, I think that's, yeah, okay. Yeah, you can, if he does a drive, you can't do a 10-framer anymore, but you can do a 9 still. So watch out for that. I guess that's a slight change when he does this, but relatively everything else is the same. Another thing I want to talk about here is actually going to be his fireball, specifically the aerial version. What do you do in this situation? Well, there's a few things you can do that's really rough around the edges, but you can do. I'm gonna do the one that is universal, which is you can drive impact it. Ooh, I messed it up right there. But you have to like foresee it. If you do it too slow, like I did the first time, he can drive impact you back, and then you're gonna really feel it. But if you have good timing, if you can predict it, punish counter. I would be careful using this because this isn't the best tool. You could just parry it, perfect parry it. If you have a character that has a DP, just DP like wait a little bit, just a little bit. Oh, sorry, wait a little bit. DP. Probably your best option, if I'm being honest, is to do that. For some characters actually, you could do an anti-air super if you have one. Like his anti-airs, and this is his level 2 is invincible, so this actually works. So you can do something like that, and you'll hit them. There'll be a punish counter or a counter, and you're gonna be good to go. But this doesn't work for every character. Like for instance, Luke's first one. Oh, well, actually, it did work. Never mind, I was mistaken. I thought that would hit me first, but it worked for Luke. But certain characters will not work for. But I'm gonna go for a different character. For example, for Zanku, for you grappler players out there, to show like what else works. For instance, for Zanku, you could probably do crouching heavy punch because this one's a big normal, so even if it's out, as you saw, I still just hit him past it, and when he gets hit, the fireball disappears, so that works too. You also could just do cyclone for Zanku because he's invulnerable to projectile, so that is a good answer too. Now, what is level 1, which I think is level 1 is this. I think that might not work. No, it does work. Is this fully invulnerable? The more I didn't know that. Oh, never mind that. Yeah, you good, bro? This dude level 1. What are you doing, Zanku? What are you doing? So yeah, you have options here. That obviously for Zanku, he can probably do level 2 as well. So you have a ton of options, and then well, you can probably grab him, but I suck. But you know, you have options for multiple characters. It just depends who. Lily could probably do her DP or her level 2, maybe her level 1 if he hits his foot. And obviously level 3 is not going to work because it's a grab for them. Manon could probably do level 2. I'm not sure about level 1. And she could probably do one of her kicks. That's not an invulnerable uppercut kick, but it's like just a kick. So you have options for just certain characters. So there's certain things you could do about this, so you're not defenseless too. So yeah, and also if they do it really up close to you, obviously it's just going to work in general, so you just hit them. So yeah. Moving on to something else I want to talk about actually is going to be his Demon Raid kick, which is this thing, just the entirety of it all together. So the first thing I want to talk about what you can do just by the default one. Well, if they hit you with this on block, they're +2. So you're disadvantaged. You don't want to get hit by that. So what do? You can either perfect parry, which will have to do a crouch down back then parrying, which will be in a very good situation. So I think I was +17. I'm not gonna lie, you could pretty much do anything to him if that happens. Yeah, you're good. Or you could just drive impact. That beats that just entirely, so that's also a good option. So fear not. And also if he does the EX version, it will still be, as you see, +2. So same things apply, drive impact or that. So that's what I recommend. Don't do anything like this because he'll be safe. Okay, so don't do anything like that. And also, if you see him in the air, like just do this. You could just, you know, interrupt them as well. So if this happens, oh, I messed up there. But yeah, just hit them. And if you do hit them, it'll be a forced knockdown if they're in the air, or just something like that. Just anything relatively. So you have an option for that. Now, when it comes to the kick version, the kick is like Cammy and Jamie's dive kick. So the lower it hits you, the better frame rate it gets. So that was 0. That was +3. Oh snap! I think he can get +5. Yeah, +5. So it just depends on the distance. So the closer he is, the better it is. And honestly, if he does do this to you, you could also try to perfect parry again if you are capable of such a thing. And you know, you can punish him. So you definitely have options here. You could drive impact him as well, but be careful because you might have a situation like that, or like that where he was in a good distance and he can recover and drive impact you back. But there's a good distance sometimes, and you can get a just punish counter. He's on the ground. That one's a bit more risky though, but I definitely recommend parrying or just, you know, just hitting him. If you have a good normal that has good range, you could just try to hit them, or you know, care to DP. So there's a ton of options to deal with that too as well. And EX does not affect frame rate at all. It's just the distance again. So just to let you know, same thing, +5. So another one for the Demon Flip is actually going to be the Chop. Now the Chop, you can do this version right here. You don't want to get hit by this because he'll be plus. He'll be +4. Now if he waits a little bit longer, he will be +7, I believe. It just depends on how close he is to you. But oh no, it's +4 again. Let's just try this again. Ooh, right there. But you gotta be just letting that happen at that point. That's +7. You can try to perfect parry, but it's a bit harder to do this one in my opinion. So don't really outrightly recommend that, because if he hits you, he'll still be plus. But you can try to perfect parry. I'm sorry, it's kind of hard. I'm kind of scared. Oh man. Yeah, it's really tough for this one. Yeah, you might not see it in this video. I'm sorry. Oh no. I'm gonna try it. There we go. And get a punish so you can do it. But I recommend honestly just doing an anti-air for this one. Or again, if he's closer to you, you could just walk back. And the same goes for actually the flip kick too. You can just walk back. Or not walk back, but walk forward. And just ignore it and then, you know, do something to him because it'll be a forced knockdown because you hit him. So you could do that. That works. Could just DP him. Anti-air any button relatively. And yeah, also with these two, same rules apply with the level 1 and level 2, I should mention. So if they do this, depending on your character, what you got, level 1 or level 2, level 3 or something like that, because they're not unstoppable when they do this. Oh, I messed up. See, for instance, though, for Luke, it's different. You might not be able to hit him, but you have options here. Oh no, he hit him because he did not land fast enough for that one, but you know, you definitely have options here. And same goes for as well the kick. You also can level 1, level 2. I almost forgot to mention these. I am so sorry. I almost forgot about them, but you definitely have these options and tools to use against him. Now there's the final. Well, no, he has 2 more actually. He has projectile one in the air. I almost forgot about that one. Honestly, was it forward punch? It's something like that. I know he can do it. Oh no, is it EX? Yeah, okay, so EX, he can do the fireball, which will be a bit more difficult to deal with if you let them hit you with this. Honestly, the same rules apply where you can just, as you see, he's stuck in place, so if anything, if you see it happen, you could just move forward and just do what I just did there, or just, if you're close enough, DP him, uppercut him, or you could level 1, level 2 him. Just darn not to drive impact him, especially if he's in a good range to hit you, because something like that can happen. That's not the exact way I wanted to show that. Like, if I want to try to get a better one, like that, it'll be in a tough situation. So I recommend, honestly, just trying to hit him, or just go underneath him. So that's my recommendation. You could also level 1, level 2. It might be different now because of, you know, that, so it might be a bit harder. He's gonna be stuck in the air, so it'll be a bit harder to land on him, but it is possible, as you see right here. So the option also works. And then there's also the flip where he just does nothing. So you want to watch out for that one too, because most of the time when that happens, they just grab you. So be very wary of this, the neutral one. It's kind of spooky. It's kind of spooky. So just watch out for that one as well. So yeah. Those are the options you can do about the flip, and yeah. Also, you could just jab, just this one too, that one. Mainly just press a button. Essentially, what I'm saying that when it comes to the flip, just press a button. Don't just sit there and let it happen, because if you do, he'll be in a situation. He doesn't have that air grab anymore. So yeah. Anyways, moving on to the next. What the freak? Ruined my freaking thing. To the next thing. Okay, there is a few mix-ups that I do, or at least one mix-up I know with Akuma that is a bit potentially dangerous, which is this one. And there's a few things you can do about it. Which is jump. That is your best option here, because you won't be able to DP, because I think he grabs you in time, I believe. Yes, punch counter, and you'll have to do a cross uppercut, so the direction will switch. Oh dear, is it cross uppercut? Sure. Let me do level 1. Yeah, it'll switch. Okay, but yeah, you can also level 1, level 2. Remember, the direction will change on that. Also, if he does try to do the back grab, you could just back up, try to get some distance, but you want to be careful because he still can grab you. So I recommend, like I did, level 1, level 2, level 3, or just jump. You can do an EX DP. Oh, I think they count as projectile there. Yeah, because it's messing up your controls, so it goes behind you. There you go. So those are the options when it comes to that. But the ultimate option, if we're being honest, is to just jump, because the recovery time is ridiculous. So you can absolutely destroy him in this situation. And yeah, so even if he does do the what is it, this version, which is just in front of you, doesn't try to go behind you. If he does do that one, go more quicker. What am I trying to say here? If he does do that version where he's in front of you and doesn't try to do the back grab, you could just back up too, which I would say would be the best option, but most people will probably go behind. So I just recommend, ultimately, the best option is to jump, because you'll get a punish guaranteed, essentially. So recommendation when it comes to this setup here is to jump. That's the best option. You could do everything I said before, but why not just save your meter and just jump and punish him, you know? So it's some stuff you can do there. But wait, there's more. I didn't want to end the video like we're just like one setup per se. I want to do a few more, you know, just to help out here. So I found a few other setups that you can also, we're gonna have to worry about. We're Akuma here, so I'm just gonna show them off. I have 3 here selected, so that I recorded. So here we go. So if this one. So this one, the thing is about this one, this kind of counters you from pressing buttons. So say for instance, if I wanted to, I don't know, do a light DP, I'm gonna do it now, for example. It's not gonna work. Do a 4-framer. Not gonna work. The only thing that can beat this is actually EXDP, and you could do another thing too. You could perfect parry. It's a bit harder to do this. I don't really fully recommend it, honestly, for like, but you know, what if you don't have a DP, you know? You still do have this option, but I'd recommend level 1-ing. Oh wait, that doesn't work because of projectile. So what else could you do potentially here? You could actually level 2. Level 2 is actually the best thing you can do for this situation. Now, if you're a character like Ed or Rashid, you're gonna have to level 3. So that's another option you can do, is level 3. because Ed's and Rashid's, you know, is a projectile and they don't get any invisibility, so get hit. So this is another option you can do. Now, what about drive reversal on the ground? That could work too, but just know you don't want to do it on block. The drive reversal on block when they hit projectile, because they will be able to block. As you see, that wasn't a punish. So that's just something to look out for too as well. When it comes to all of these things, these are the best things you can do in that situation. So you could parry. I don't recommend it. I recommend doing an EX uppercut if you have one for a level 2 or level 3, or potentially who you are. Maybe for Marissa, she could probably do level 1, but I don't think so because it won't count as a full counter hit. So there is that. So definitely level 2, level 3. EX, DP, and drive reversal on the ground. Those are the best options, in my opinion. Now, wait, before we continue to the next one, you could say drive impact. It's not going to work because he's already done with this animation. He could drive impact to back. Alright, so the next thing we have here for setup is this one, this meaty setup. This one's a bit tough to deal with here, so what can you do about this option right here? Best thing you can do is DP. But you don't want to do that because you can't, it's a meaty. So what you're going to want to do is do EXDP. But what about the people that don't have one? Oh, I got you, don't worry, I got you. What you want to do is drive reversal on the ground. I'm just kidding, you can't do that. Because he is faster than you. And you can't even do the one on block either. So you could, you could do parry, perfect parry. But it's going to be very, very hard here. That is like an option you can do. And the reason why I'm not saying drive impact, by the way, for the people like, why not just drive impact? Bro, he hit you, so he can either block or drive impact back, level 3, or he can raging demon you. You don't want drive impact in this situation. Also, the situation I'm just having to do a heavy tatsu, pretend like it's in a combo, like he does like medium kick into heavy tatsu or something. Like he's doing a setup to do this, but I just did it fast forward essentially. But like the kicks and the punch, that's the real meaty part of the setup. So yeah. Anyways, you could try to perfect parry, but it's going to be very hard, and you can parry the situation. My timing's just off. There you go. See, that was not even the perfect parry. That was just the just parry, as I like to call it. But that is an option you can do. I'm sorry that I am not being able to do this. It's very hard to, as you see here. Like, I'm trying my best, but this is a very tough situation. So honestly, I'm gonna try to get it. If I can't, we're probably just gonna move on to the next thing here of what you can do about this move. Cause oh, there we go. Woo! Thank goodness, I got scared. I was like, I can't do this. Okay, because I knew you could do it. You can level 1. Obviously, you can level 2, depending on your character. Like Rashid, Ed, you know how it is. And you can level 3 in this situation. So it's not hopeless for every character here. There are options depending on your character. And also, if your character has a different move, like for instance, if you have Amnesia with JP, well, you have an option. You know, some characters have parries and whatnot. So use that to your advantage as well, depending on your character, obviously. So I thought I should mention that just for any situation like this in general. Use what you have because it's very unique. But that is one. Here's the next one right here, which is this setup. This one's a bit tricky because there's a few things you can do, but it's kind of rough. So the first thing you can't do is DP. You're not landing that because if you try to even press a normal, I'm just gonna press a normal, you're getting counter hit. And pretend he doesn't do the fireball and he actually does a different combo because you know you messed up. So that's not an option anymore. You can EXDP though if you have that available. Okay. Oh, this is really on the point here. So there you go. You can do that. You also can perfect parry it, but it's gonna be a bit hard like last time, like I said. So you know the deal when it comes to perfect parry. You gotta be on the mark here. There you go, and then you can punish him, right? You also could do drive reversal because he is mid hit actually this time, so that will work. Same goes for just on block. You can do that too. Just be very careful. You can do level 1. Just don't let him do the second hit after, but I'm pretty sure you're going to be hit stun, so you probably won't be able to, I think. But you can actually level 1 this. Don't let the second fireball fool you. Yeah, you're in hit. Yeah, you can't do that. But yeah, you can level 2, level 1, level 3. Obviously, depending on your character, it might be different for your character, but all of those options still do work against this, so do not worry. Now, what about that famous drive impact? You know what I'm saying, baby? That famous drive impact. No, it does not work because he can throw a fireball, or technically he could just do bam into drive impact. So don't do that. you definitely want to do one of these options if you do have a meter. And if you don't have a meter, you're going to be in a bit of a tough situation, so you're going to use drive gauge. And if you don't have drive gauge, I'm going to be honest, you messed up at the match. Like, somewhere in the line, you messed up. So that has nothing to do with me at that point. That's more of a you thing. Now, relative, that's pretty much it that I have for Akuma that I can think of. There's some stuff you probably want to watch out for, which is, I guess the same rules can be applied like I did for the Ryu video, which is the projectiles. You want to watch out for his projectiles standing. You want to do the exact same I said before, which is, you know, jump. You know what I'm saying? You just want to jump forward, go across from him, get closer to him. You want to be careful because you don't want to just jump into an uppercut. You don't want that to happen. You want to be a little bit more careful here. But if you have a projectile, you know, projectile war begins, I guess, or, you know, perfect parry and keep moving forward, or just, yeah, something like that. One of the two, you know. So that's what I'd recommend overall for Akuma. If there is anything down below that I got wrong, let me know. Or if you think I could have added some things that I didn't know about or missing, please put it in the description, because it can help out other people, and that's what really matters. All together, just helping other people out. So yeah. Either way, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, if you considered liking it or whatever, subscribing, it's up to you. I appreciate it nonetheless. We're almost to 500. It's gonna be pretty awesome when we make it. But yeah, like I said, if I missed anything, let me know down below, or got anything wrong, let me know. And I hope you guys have a great day, a great night, a great noon, or whatever time zone you guys have, man. And I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.